My name is Caitlin Rosser, and I lead impact management work at Calvert Impact Capital. Calvert Impact Capital is a nonprofit impact investing firm based outside of Washington, D.C. We are a nonprofit impact investing firm that lends to over 100 funds and intermediaries all around the world and across 9 different sectors. As of the end of last year, we managed just over $400 million in our loan portfolio and are really focused on connecting capital and communities. So making sure that the financial markets really work for more people more often, and that funds more efficiently flow into global communities from the capital markets. We were featured in Growing Impact, the IFC's latest report on insights into the practice of impact investing. And so I want to take you through one of the case studies that we contributed to within the report. It's on page 50 if you have the PDF. So in the report, we tackled a case study for principle number 4. And principle number 4 is assessing the expected impact of each investment based on a systematic approach. And so this is really making sure that the investor has a consistent methodology for assessing the expected impact of a loan or an investment at the due diligence stage. So really before capital is committed. And this approach really enforces the quantitative rigor and accountability for an organization when predicting a loan's impact, as opposed to relying on kind of prior methods, gut checks, qualitative data, that sort of thing. And so Calvert Impact Capital developed an impact rating system, which we call our impact scorecard, which you can see an outline of here. And it looks at 2 types or, sections of impact. It's broken out into 2 different sections. The first is portfolio and market impact. This is the impact that our capital has on a borrower when we're making a loan. And so we look at dimensions like the purpose of the investment, what is the borrower's strategy and how unique is that strategy given the market context, availability of financing in the market, is the borrower able to find this financing elsewhere, and then what other types of contribution does our capital have. The second part of the model also looks at community impact. And so these are really following the Impact Management Project's 5 dimensions of impact, which you can see here. It's looking at what impact does the borrower seek to achieve, how much impact do we expect in terms of scale, the scale of impact, as well as how deep the impact might be, and thirdly, duration, how long will that impact last, who is ultimately being impacted and where are they, what is our borrower's contribution to that impact, is it a really large market gap that they're serving, what is the potential for the borrower to really make an impact on that market gap, and those sorts of things. And then we look at impact risk and some ESG factors as well, such as diversity, equity, inclusion policies, and gender diversity at the board and management level. In the case study, we not only outline our scorecard, but we also outline the way in which we use it, which is outlined on this slide. So we use the different components within the scorecard to create a spider analysis for every single loan that we make. And we show how that loan performs on a combination or a kind of an aggregate of the different dimensions shown on one of the prior slides. So it looks at the aggregate market impact or the total additionality, a combination of what, who, and scale altogether. Looks at the depth of impact as well as how they're delivering that impact, which is the borrower contribution, and then the ESG policies and impact risk. And we use this in various ways during analysis, not just to show an individual loan, but to show how an individual loan can perform against various benchmarks. So it might be a sector benchmark, a strategy benchmark, maybe a financial benchmark, or a benchmark of their peers. And so we're really excited to be part of the set of case studies released by the IFC. We think that the Growing Impact report will really be impactful in the market in showing other investors how they can use the operating principles for impact management as a set of best practices. And we hope that we get more signatories on board. Thank you.